again. I'm Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, where business takes shape. And I want to thank you for tuning in. It was a very good week. I heard from a lot of people. I heard from somebody who actually works on The Tonight Show who's using the blog, somebody else who's covering soap operas on the internet, somebody else who's actually covering football teams, and a Emmy award-winning composer got back to me this week. So it's very exciting to see that people are using Once a Day Marketing to help their businesses get more fit. So today is Digital Friday, and I always like talking about things digital. We're going to be talking about email newsletters, and today's topic is called Email Newsletters Tracking Results. An email newsletter is essentially using an internet tool that allows you to design and to distribute and track the results of electronic newsletters and postcards and announcements and so forth. Something very powerful to be able to engage your customers over the internet. There's such things as Constant Contact, which I've been using for years. There's iContact, there's MailChimp. So there's lots of them out there that you can explore and look at and see what fits best for you. But what really makes them interesting to me is, one, they're easy to use. You go out, the templates are there, or you can have your graphic artist, somebody you work with, design something specifically for you. So it's easy, allows you to put in all sorts of different types of content, which is very good. Also allows you to be able to create powerful lists, people that you can send to that have opted in. You can categorize those lists. And so if you want to only target these people today with your email newsletter, you can. And perhaps the most important thing for me are analytics. I absolutely love it. If you embed in video or content or links, everybody who watches your video is tracked by their email address. Everybody who opens up your newsletter is tracked. If they've opened it up more than once, this is tracked. And so it gives you great tracking results, powerful analytics as to who's actually engaged with your newsletter. And there's not many other things that actually are out there that do that for you in the promotion world. Big question, of course, is how do you begin? Well, the main thing is just to seek out one of these email newsletter sites and sign up. Typically there's a small fee, so it's not a barrier at all to their use. Next thing what you want to do is figure out, what is your message? What is your content? What is going to make it relevant and resonate with your audiences? A newsletter for the sake of a newsletter just isn't going to cut it. So you have to really think about who you're targeting and zero in on a message that they will listen and watch and respond to and so forth. So that's very important. Now, what can you put in these newsletters? Well, you can put in practically everything. I have found through my experience that the best thing are video links. They like to go in and watch a video, especially if you've set it up with a little summary about why that video is in there. You can post pictures, you can post text, you can post links to other places you want to take them. So you can pretty much put anything into your newsletter that you like. Now the next big question is, how often should you be sending out your newsletter? And that's really a science, and it's sort of specific to your target audience. They may only want to hear from you once a month, which I do with my corporate newsletter for my business, but they may want to hear from you every day, like Once a Day Marketing. So you have to kind of do some analysis as to how often and then when. And that's another little question. You don't want to send it out at 3 a.m. per se, but if they come into work that morning, they might see it. So you have to figure out the best time to send out your email newsletters. It may be maybe 11 o'clock in the morning when people are awake, they've had their coffee, the email comes in and they'll see it. So again, you have to determine when and how often. I love electronic email newsletters. I hope you do too. It is a great way to communicate with customers who have opted in to actually receive your content. Your job is to make sure it's engaging content that they will want to receive. You can track those results and you will be able to build that list over time. That concludes Digital Friday and another week of Once a Day Marketing. So please tune in next week to see what we've got in store for you to help advance your business along. I have been getting some inquiries about interacting with me directly, so if you're interested in a one-on-one service engagement, please give me a shout. Contact information is at the end of this video. So I am Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, and we will see you next time.